Your multivitamin contains synthetic folic acid poison. Cold open, 40% of you watching this right now have a genetic mutation that makes your daily multivitamin slowly poison your bloodstream, and your doctor has never once tested you for it. Locked intro, welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol, the channel where we break down the science of peptides, fitness, and health optimization that most people will never hear about. Today, we are diving into something that could completely change the way you think about that multivitamin sitting on your counter right now. We are going to cover exactly how it works, what the real science says, the results you can expect week by week, and exactly what you need to do to get the most out of it. Stay with us until the end because we are going to give you the full protocol. Let's get into it. ACT1, the setup. Every single morning, millions of people pop a multivitamin thinking they are doing something good for their health. The label says folic acid. Doctors recommend it. Pregnant women are told they absolutely need it. But here's what nobody is telling you. Folic acid is not folate. Let me say that again because this distinction could save your life. Folic acid is a synthetic compound created in a laboratory. It does not exist anywhere in nature. Your body has to convert it through a complex enzymatic process just to use it. And for nearly half the population, that conversion process is broken. The medical establishment treats folic acid and folate like they are interchangeable. They are not. This is like saying crude oil and gasoline are the same thing because they both come from the ground. Your car cannot run on crude oil. And your body cannot run on synthetic folic acid if you have a specific genetic variation that affects somewhere between 30 and 40% of all humans walking this earth right now. ACT2, the science, the gene is called MTHFR. It stands for methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase. When this gene has certain mutations, your body loses anywhere from 30 to 70% of its ability to convert synthetic folic acid into methylfolate, the active form your cells actually need. A 2004 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that unmetabolized folic acid accumulates in the bloodstream of people taking standard supplements. This is not being processed. It is just sitting there. Research published in Cancer Epidemiology Biomarkers found associations between high unmetabolized folic acid and reduced natural killer cell activity, your immune system's first line of defense against cancer cells. The British Medical Journal published findings showing that countries with mandatory folic acid fortification saw unexpected increases in colorectal cancer rates among older adults. The very nutrient they thought would prevent cancer may have been feeding it in people who cannot process the synthetic form. Yet somehow this information stays buried. Your doctor still recommends any generic prenatal vitamin. The FDA still mandates folic acid fortification in bread and cereals. Nobody is testing for MTHFR mutations, despite it being one of the most common genetic variations in humans. ACT3, how it works. Think of folate metabolism like a factory assembly line. Food comes in, enzymes process it. The finished product, methylfolate, goes out to do its job. That job includes DNA synthesis, neurotransmitter production, and something called methylation, which affects everything from detoxification to gene expression. When you have an MTHFR mutation, your assembly line has faulty machinery. The synthetic folic acid comes in, but it cannot get processed efficiently, so it backs up. Meanwhile, the finished product, methylfolate, never gets made in adequate amounts. Your brain needs methylfolate to produce serotonin and dopamine. Your liver needs it for detoxification. Your cells need it to repair DNA. Without adequate methylfolate, you get fatigue, brain fog, anxiety, and increased disease risk. And that unmetabolized folic acid floating in your blood may actually block the folate receptors your body desperately needs, making the deficiency even worse. ACT4, the protocol here is exactly what you need to do. First, get tested for MTHFR gene mutations. A simple genetic test through your doctor or a service like 23andMe can reveal your status. Second, throw away any supplement containing folic acid and replace it with methylfolate, also labeled as L-methylfolate, 5-MTHF, or metformin. Dosing depends on your mutation status. For general maintenance, 400 to 800 micrograms daily works for most people. Those with confirmed MTHFR mutations may need 1 to 5 milligrams under practitioner guidance. Always pair methylfolate with methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, as they work synergistically. Look for supplements specifically labeled methyl-free folic acid and containing only the active methylated forms. Brands like Thorne, Pure Encapsulations, and Seeking Health specialize in methylated vitamins. Read every label. If it says folic acid, put it back on the shelf. ACT5 week-by-week results. Within the first 2 weeks, most people report improved mental clarity and reduced brain fog. By week 4, energy levels typically stabilize and mood improvements become noticeable. At the 8-week mark, sleep quality often improves and anxiety symptoms may decrease significantly. By week 12, you are looking at optimized methylation pathways and a body finally receiving the nutrients it has been starving for, potentially your entire life. Resolution: you now understand something that 90% of doctors never explain to their patients. Synthetic folic acid is not the same as natural folate. Your genetics determine whether that daily multivitamin helps you or slowly accumulates as metabolic waste in your bloodstream. The solution is simple. Get tested and switch to methylated forms. Locked outro: the science is out there and now you have it. That is why we are here. This is the Real Bio Protocol. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs it and tune in again for the next upload. See you then. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tune in again for the next upload. This has been the Real Bio Protocol.